Hello, today I will read Genesis chapter 50, the last chapter from Genesis. In Genesis 49 we saw that Jacob died, but he put Jacob died. He put Joseph to swear that to be buried in the burial place, the cave of in the field of Machpelah near Mamre in Canaan, which Abraham bought as a burial place from Ephron. I think he put him to swear, but I don't see now. But he gave instructions. He told. He gave them these instructions. Yeah, not just to Joseph, but to all of those 12 children. Okay, now let's read the Genesis chapter 50. Joseph threw himself upon his father and wept over him and kissed him. Then Joseph directed the physicians in his service to embalm his father Israel. So the physicians embalmed him, taking a full 40 days, for that was the time required for embalming. And the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days. Whoa. 70 days of mourning, of crying, of... It is something. When the days of mourning had passed, Joseph said to Pharaoh's court, If I have found favor in your eyes, speak to Pharaoh to me. To Pharaoh for me. Tell him, my father made me swear an oath and said, I am about to die. Bury me in the tomb I dug for myself in the land of Canaan. Now let me go up and bury my father, then I will return. Pharaoh said, Go up and bury your father as he made you swear to do. So Joseph went up to bury his father. All Pharaoh's officials accompanied him, the dignitaries of his court, and all the dignitaries of Egypt. Wow! Besides all the members of Joseph's household and his brothers, and those belonging to his father's household. Only their children and their flocks and herds were left in Goshen. Chariots and horsemen also went up with him. It was a very large company. They let their children and their flocks, but with whom? Maybe like when I was little, my brothers and sisters bigger than me took care of me and the others. I mean, yeah, the big sister was responsible when my parents were not at home, or it was something like that. Maybe something like that happened there too with the children. Chariots and horsemen also went up with him. It was a very large company. When they reached the threshing floor of Atad, near the Jordan, they lamented loudly and bitterly. And there Joseph observed a 7-day period of mourning for his father. Wow. After 70 days of mourning in Egypt, another 7 days. 7-day period of mourning outside of Egypt. When the Canaanites who lived there saw the mourning and the threshing floor of Atad, they said, "The Egyptians are holding a solemn ceremony of mourning." That is why that place near the Jordan is called Abel Mitzrayim. Mitzrayim is the father of Egyptians, of all Egyptians. From Mitzrayim they belong. So Jacob's sons, who was Mitzrayim? Mitzrayim was in Genesis chapter at the beginning, before Abraham story. Mitzrayim, it was something somewhere. Now we see Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras, and Gomer, Magog, Madai, Yavan. Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras are sons of Japhet, and sons of Gomer. The first born, maybe, or I don't know, the first from the line. Ashkenaz, Rifat, and Togarmah, and Yavan, from Yavan it's Tarshish. So Tarshish and Tiras, Tiras is the uncle of Tarshish. It's not, okay. But Mitzrayim, Ham, from Ham. The sons of Ham, Cush, Mitzrayim, Put, and Canaan. So Canaanites were Mitzrayim, the Egyptians were not Canaanites. Canaan was a brother of Mitzrayim. Okay. So Jacob's sons did as he had commanded them. They carried him to the land of Canaan and buried him in the cave in the field of Machpelah near Mamre, which Abraham had bought as a burial place from Ephron the Hittite, along with the field. After burying his father, Joseph returned to Egypt, together with his brothers and all the others who had gone with him to bury his father. When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, "What if Joseph holds a grudge against us and pays us back for all the wrongs we did to him?" So they sent word to Joseph saying, "Your father left these instructions before he died. This is what you are to say to Joseph. I ask you to forgive your brothers the sins and the wrongs they committed in treating you so badly. Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your father." Is that, or was that a truth? Did Jacob told that? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But they were afraid, so they told that. When their message came to him, Joseph wept. He had a very good heart, Joseph. And he is a bit crying. I mean, I'm not that person, you know. I never wanted to I don't know what he wanted. Maybe he was a bit angry, but he showed them a bit of. He was not very with open hands when they saw he saw them at first, but still he didn't kept grudge or hatred. Joseph wept. His brothers then came and threw themselves down before him. "We are your slaves," they said. But Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You intended to harm me, but God intended for it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. So then don't be afraid. I will provide for you and your children." And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. He didn't forgot about his family, even if what happened, it happened, but you intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done. Can you say that to your enemies, to the ones that wanted to harm you? And when you have the power to punish them, would you do that? Or would you forgive them? Or what would be your attitude in front of them? With open arms, even if they are not regret what they done, or yeah, they regret it now, but if they wouldn't do, the situation, I think, would be different. Josie, you must have God love for loving your enemies, and see them as children of God. What they said here, "Now please forgive the sins of the servants of the God of your Father." Servants of the God of your Father. And he reassured them and spoke kindly to them. Joseph stayed in Egypt along with all his father's family. He lived 100. I must. I don't know where I left with the ears. This is another. I have lots of notes here that I don't see where I left. say that Jacob died in 2250. No, in 56, I think. I must recalculate everything. Maybe in the next chapter, or I don't know. I think Joseph was born in 2200, in the year of 2200. From my last calculation, this is not the last, it's older. Joseph stayed in Egypt along with all his father's family. He lived 110 years. Here I thought that Joseph is born in 2201, but maybe 2200. He lived 110 years and saw the third generation of Ephraim's children. Also the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, were placed at birth on Joseph's knees. So Ephraim, Manasseh, Machir, and son of Machir. He was a grandfather. The third generation of Ephraim's children, that Ephraim would be a father and a grandfather and a grand-grandfather. Oh. And so grand-grand-grandfather is Joseph. Something like that. Also the children of Machir, son of Manasseh, were placed at birth of Joseph's knees. So Manasseh is his children, his grandchildren is Machir, and that grandchildren have children too, so his grand-grandfather. But from there is 1, 2, 3, on the 4 generations from Ephraim, and 3 in the line of with Ephraim too, and 3 generations of Manasseh. Then Joseph said to his brothers, "I am about to die." I think Joseph saw, or I don't know, saw the ones that should get out from Egypt, or maybe the father of Moses, but I don't know, maybe not, but that generation, maybe not, because they were born faster. Then Joseph said to his brothers, I am about to die, but God will surely come to your aid and take you up out of this land to the land he promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So they knew that they were just visitors. And Joseph made the sons of Israel swear an oath and said, God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up from this place. So Joseph died at the age of 110, and after they embalmed him, he was placed in a coffin in Egypt. Whoa. Um, okay, that was the Genesis. Now we see it will come Exodus. Okay, may the God bless me and protect me and enlighten me in the next chapter too, and yeah, the story continues. What we can learn from here, that Jacob left, Joseph left too, and the Israel people are in Egypt, in a foreign country. What they are doing there, but where would they go? Their home, everything is in Goshen. They have nothing in Canaan, nothing anymore, only the Machpelah burial site, and the famine was not anymore, but Egypt was still a civilization. I think they should go. If Joseph told them something else, I am dying now, we must go. They told them that God will surely come to your aid, and then you must carry my bones up. You must carry my bones up from this place. So he wanted that his bones to not be placed there. But before he died, couldn't he pass a law to say to Egyptians and the Jewish people the Israel people to bury carry his bones right now, not yeah, but I think it was not that easy to just go out from Egypt. Maybe Joseph's children, they had some functions. Maybe they were placed here, there, and yeah. So Joseph died at the age of 110, and after they embalmed him, he was placed in a coffin in Egypt. So he died in the age approximately of in the year of 2310 from the creation. God bless you all and goodbye.